Dear soul, today angels ask me to come to you with a message that cannot be ignored. Something very important is about to happen in your life, and you need to be prepared. A person of the past, someone who has left deep marks in his heart, is approaching again. And the angels, in their infinite goodness and wisdom, want you to receive this revelation with a careful heart, and the mind awakens. This person, who once seemed distant, almost forgotten by time, carries in himself a whirlwind of emotions that drives her to seek you again. Inside, there are regrets, poorly resolved longings, and unfulfilled promises that now surface as ghosts that refuse to be forgotten. But what angels want you to understand is that not always what returns from the past comes to rebuild something good. Sometimes it's just life testing if you have learned to love yourself enough not to get lost again. Imagine for a moment an old house where you lived happy moments and also sadness. A house where the rain sometimes invaded through the cracks and the cold was set in every corner. You, with effort and faith, have decided to leave and build a new, firmer, safer, light home. Now suddenly, this old house calls you back. But has she changed, or does only the echo of your feelings make it seem that everything can be different? This person of the past brings with them a package of intent, but not all are clear or pure. Is there a sincere desire for rapprochement? Yes, but there are also unhealthy wounds, repeated patterns and behaviors that, if not transformed, can drag you back to a sadness that you have already fought hard to leave behind. Before you continue the message, write this powerful mantra in the comments. I trust the wisdom of angels to protect and guide me. This will open your heart to the protection and guidance that are being sent to you now. Now, continuing the message, dear soul, understand that your energy has changed. You are no longer the same as before. His inner strength grew, his light intensified, and his heart learned valuable lessons. The presence of this person in his life a long time ago has served for his growth, but does not mean that you need to relive the same pains to prove that it has matured. You are already strong. You have already won. The angels show me a scene like a movie. You walking through a flowered garden, smiling, feeling the light breeze play your face. Suddenly, dark clouds appear on the horizon. But you, instead of running to the storm, lift your eyes to the sky, take a deep breath, and choose to remain where the light is. This is the choice they want you to make. Stay in the light. This person can come up with sweet words, renewed promises, and even true tears. You can talk about longing, regret, a sincere desire to do everything different. And in fact, there is a real pain within it for its absence. But angels warn you, repentance is no guarantee of true transformation. Words without firm and consistent attitudes are like sandcastles that the first tide takes away. Have you noticed that often people who hurt us come back only when they realize they lost something precious? And yet, they are not always willing to change what really caused the separation. They want the comfort we had to offer, but not the responsibility that love requires. Is this time different this time? This is the question you need to do yourself honestly. The pain this person feels is real, but his commitment to change is that he needs to be assessed with caution. Angels ask you not to make hasty decisions, moved only by the emotion of reunion. They want you to use the wisdom that time and life have given you. There was a time when you believed that love was to accept everything, tears, excuses, broken promises. Today, the love you cultivate within you is wiser. He knows that loving is also to protect his own heart. To forgive is not to submit, and to accept an apology is not to accept to be injured again. Act calmly. Observe the gestures. Listen to the lines. Feel without deceiving yourself. If that person comes back, let them show, with consistent actions, that their presence is different this time. And remember, you don't have to open the doors of your life to someone who just beats, but are not willing to come with respect and truth. Be faithful to whom you have become. You are no longer a lost soul hoping to be saved. You are the very light that illuminates the way, the very strength that sustains your steps. And if today the angels have brought this message to you, it is because they trust their ability to make the right choice, even if it gives it at first. Sometimes saying no is the greatest act of self-love that exists. And in this no, there may be liberation, healing, and the opening for something infinitely more beautiful that is being prepared for you. But that's not all yet. There is something even deeper that needs to be revealed about this unexpected return. Something that can completely change the way you see this person and yourself. Dear soul, now that you know the initial warning that angels have brought, it is important to understand something even deeper. This unexpected return of the person of the past carries much more than sweet words and longing. There is a silent movement in the spirit world that you need to discern clearly, not to fall into emotional traps that can delay the beautiful life that is being prepared for you. Angels show that this person is experiencing a moment of confusion. On the outside, maybe she shows courage and beautiful words, but inside, it's like it's lost in a sea of uncertainties and fears. She misses the love you offered, the security you found by your side. However, it still carries the same ancient patterns that, if not really transformed, can hurt your heart again. Do you know that feeling of cold in the belly you feel just imagining a reunion? Angels ask you to pay attention to this feeling. It's not always a good anticipation. It is often your own spirit trying to warn, be careful, this road has already been traveled and you know where it can take. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments, I accept the protection of angels in my life, to cry out. This simple act will further strengthen the spiritual shield that is being formed around it. Continuing, imagine that your heart is like a garden that you took carefully. He pruned the weeds, planted new seeds, rolled with tears and hope. Now beautiful flowers begin to emerge. Would you allow anyone to enter this garden without respect, trampling your flowers with the same mistakes as before? This is the reflection that angels bring to you today. This person misses you, there is no doubt about it, but you who miss you are willing to offer the love you deserve. Sometimes longing is just a disguised need, an unconscious attempt to fill internal voids that in the end can only be healed by the person himself. Angels ask you not to make decisions based on solitude or nostalgia. They know about the nights you missed a real company, the desire to relive happy moments, but they also see their strength, the beauty of the woman you have become when overcoming so many pains. Maybe this person promises worlds and backgrounds. Maybe it said it has changed, that everything will be different. But true changes are seen, not just heard. They are perceived in small gestures, patience, respect, constancy. I will share with you a story that angels brought to my mind to illustrate what is happening. There was a woman who, years ago, deeply loved a man who could not value her. After much suffering, she found the strength to move on, rebuild her life, and rediscover her own happiness. One day this man came back, saying he had changed. She, moved by the old affection, decided to give a new chance. In the first months, it seemed that everything would be different, but gradually the old behaviors returned. The disrespect, the absence, the coldness, everything she had fought so much to overcome. This time, however, she was not long to act. With love for herself, she said, I'm no longer the same as before. My self-love doesn't allow me to accept less than I deserve. And with courage, she has definitely closed this door. Months later, he found a true love, someone who saw his value without her having to beg her crumbs. This story may be your story too, but only if you hear what your mature heart is trying to say. If this message is touching your heart in a special way, consider supporting our work with affection through the Thanks Too Much button. Your support is a seed of light that allows us to continue bringing messages that touch, strengthen, and illuminate many souls like yours. Dear soul, understand that angels are warning you not to generate fear, but to remind you of how precious you are. You don't have to accept back who made you suffer just because now that person misses you. You have the right to choose relationships that disappear, respect, that bring peace. Angels want you to know that there is a new opportunity for true love for your life, a light love that won't make you cry alone in bed, which won't let you expect messages that don't arrive. But for this love to flourish, it is necessary to close the doors that belong to the past once and for all. This person of the past can have good intentions, but good intentions without real changes do not build happiness. Angels are preparing you for something bigger, something that can only come if you choose yourself above all. And if, at some point, the longing hits hard or the temptation to relive what has come, close my eyes and ask yourself, does this choice bring me to the peace I seek, or move away from it? The answer will come like a soft breeze, bringing you the certainty that you are on the right track. And there is still something more, something you need to know about what this return represents and what is reserved for your future. Something angels are eager to reveal. Dear soul, angels still have something very important to reveal to you. Something that can change the way you see this situation, and especially how you see yourself from now on. This is not just a story of someone who wants to go back. It is the story of your liberation, your new life, and the flourishing of all that is purer in your heart. This person of the past did not return by chance. It was attracted to the new light you carry, a light that was born of his pain, his overcoming, the courage to have lifted himself so many times when the world seemed to want to knock you down. It is as if your soul is shining so intensely that even at a distance, those who once hurt you are now called to see what they once ignored. But before you continue the message, if you are not subscribed to the channel, take the opportunity to subscribe. This helps us continue to create significant content for you. Continuing the message. The presence of this person in your life is not just a test, it is also a mirror, a reflection for you to realize, no doubt, how much it has grown. Where before there was lack, today there is fullness. Where before there was fear of being alone, today there is confidence in itself. Where before there was a desire to be chosen, now there is a certainty that you choose first. Of course, reunions can mess with old emotions. They can make the heart accelerate, the mind seeks sweet memories, and the body shakes of expectations. But angels ask you to look beyond momentary emotions. May you look at what is true, lasting, and essential. Imagine, dear soul, two roads in front of you. One is familiar, full of known curves, but has already led you to many falls. The other is new, unknown, perhaps even a little scary for its news. But this new road carries the promise of peace, genuine love, true happiness. Which one will you choose? This person may have evolved, may be trying from the heart. But the angels warn you, do not accept beautiful words without solid attitudes. Do not accept promises without daily actions that prove each word. You are too precious to live on empty hopes. And now, dear Alma, angels have asked me to bring you a gift, a special sign to confirm that you are being guided and protected. The angels are sending you a special signal. The number of your luck to today is 7. Write in the comments, I get the energy from angels. My lucky number is 7 and I'm blessed, shipping love and protection to the person I like and love so much. If this message has touched your heart, show your support with a thanks and help spread this message of light to others who also need it. Dear soul, life is opening doors to you that you could not even imagine exist. Sincere love doors, companies that build, moments of laughter without guilt, quiet nights and sunny days on your chest. But to enter these doors, you need to leave behind what no longer fits. And leaving behind, sometimes, is the greatest act of love we can do, for ourselves and others as well. If this person in the past deserves a new chance, the angels say that only her actions will answer this question. And until then, your mission is to follow strong, centered, confident. True love need not beg, no need to suffer. No need to accept crumbs. True love is built on firm bases, mutual respect, in the daily desire to make the other happy. If your heart still feels pain today, it welcomes this pain like a frightened child. Tell her, it's okay, you're safe now, you're loved. Because, dear soul, you are loved, immensely loved by angels, the universe, and all the energies of light that vibrate in their favor. Now the angels ask you to see a scene, you standing in an open field, with the sun warming your skin and a slight breeze caressing your face. In your hands there are gold keys. These keys open doors to new paths, paths that you are creating with each choice yourself, with every brave step you decide to give. Be faithful to the strong, wise, and enlightened woman you have become. Do not go back to places that have proven not to deserve your light. Look forward to the bright future that angels are drawing especially for you. And never forget, who really loves you doesn't make you cry in pain. Who really loves you is the one who builds you, respects your story, and embraces you in the good and difficult days. This love exists, and it's on the way. Now, dear Alma, make a commitment to yourself, never to accept less than you deserve, to honor the love it carries in your heart, to trust the protection of the angels who walk by their side. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, I choose the peace that angels prepared for me. Share your experiences in the comments. If you liked this video, enjoy and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Thanks for watching, and we see each other in the next video.